This is a public service announcement. Take care of all of your part work parts because I somehow managed to get glue on my one as well.
Alpha, the Falcon is back. Prepare for him a part work with attitude.
Hello and welcome to the next episode of Build the Megazord, where we are looking at issue 13 this time, and we are continuing with the Mastodon head. And I just want to say right from the off, this video has not gone as planned. So you may remember last week I talked about the bad audio returning because it's been so long since I filmed it. The audio file went missing. It went missing along with this week's video file. So there's no actual building of the Mastodon head in this video. I'm going to show you what I did, but not how I did it. Luckily, it's quite a self-explanatory video, but I am sorry that I can't bring you a build guide with any building on, which is a shame and ridiculous of me. So I've learned from this, and I'm just going to film a couple of weeks out, not like 2 months out, which it turns out, you know, it would have been 2 months ago that I filmed that, just so I can keep track of my personal admin, because apparently that's awful. But there are going to be some build elements, because something that happens with Partworks, and I've got it all the time. I'm just looking over at the Falcon there. With the Falcon I got it, but it wasn't so bad because the Falcon is meant to be a piece of junk, a heap of junk, you know, the fastest piece of junk in the galaxy, whatever the quote is. I know I've misquoted it, sorry. I forgot it right way, but no, I haven't. The problem I'm talking about is that these part works take a couple of years or more to complete, and in that time, 2 years is a long time. Things move, rooms get tidied, house moves, things get changed around, life gets in the way, all that kind of stuff. And parts that you build in issue 1 or the early issues might get damaged, might get lost, might get broken, might get mislaid, like video and audio files. And it's one of the frustrating parts with Partworks, and I am pretty careful. I'm usually very careful. I've got you can't see it, but I've got a collection storage compartment with all the collection in, with all the Megazord parts in, and I keep it safe. They're all wrapped up. They're all, you know, going to be okay for the next 2.5 years. What I didn't do is I didn't do this with issue 1. And I'll just show you a picture here. I actually ended up dropping it, and it's got like a really nasty cut down the front of it. So I asked WM Customs, thank you Warren, for listening to my woes, and he gave me a new part 1. So this is the brand new part 1. It is not damaged in any way. I can't have the front of my Megazord having a big cut on it, so I had to get another one. And Warren sent that through. So what I'm going to do in this video is I'm going to talk about issue 1 and build issue 1, and then talk about the Mastodon head near the end, and then wrap it up. The only good thing about this video really is that the audio is going to be spot on, because I'm recording it all fresh, so that is good. I'm just checking. Yes, just clicking my mic, the audio is fine. So without further ado, let's get started by looking at issue 1 of this Megazord build. I feel like I need to start again. Hello, welcome to issue 1 of Build Your Own Megazord. As you can see, I explained it, but as you can see, it comes in 3 parts. These 2 gorgeous metal parts here, which will make up the chest of the Megazord, and of course the main body of the pterodactyl. I was going to say pterodactyl tiger then, that doesn't make sense. And then we've got this framework which will attach these 2 parts together, and then we'll have the chrome kind of accent part going forward. So this is a very simple build. All you need to do is flip these 2 parts around and match up these sockets here to the holes on this black part. So there's one in there, that just goes in there like that, and then we just match it again. But you need to remember, I need to show you that there is actually a peg hole there for a screw, so they need to be pushed in on either side. In fact, let's do this again. Let's push these peg holes. Let's line up these peg holes from the start so that they go in initially. There's one there. And there's one there. Who thought I've been having so much trouble with issue 1? Okay, so there we go. So that is all there like that. And then we get the black part to secure it all down. And then it's just a case of screwing in all these screw holes. And there it is, all done. All screwed together. Oh, it is a little loose, so I do need to tighten them up. But yeah, there's the chest plate of the Megazord, unblemished, and of course it's exactly the same as my blemished one. Oh, well, it's a good job I got another issue 1, because I somehow managed to get glue on my one as well. So this is a public service announcement. Take care of all of your part work parts, because they can get damaged. This is a 2.5 year build, and now I have a glue stain on this one, which I might be able to scrub off because it is metal, but it might have damaged the metal. And I've got a gash here where it fell. I mean, you might not be able to see it, but I can, and it bugged me, and I definitely needed the new one now that that paint's on there. Look after your part work models, people, because like I say, it's such a long build, and these parts need to last 2 years, and when they're all combined, you know, it's much easier to look after it rather than in bits and bobs. You know, you'll have it as a complete Megazord just standing in the corner of your room. Very little chance of it getting damaged by accident, unless someone, you know, purposely comes and knocks it over, or an earthquake or something, which we don't get in the UK much. But there we go. So yeah, that is issue 1 all done. Now let's go ahead in time and take a look at what I did to the Mastodon head. As you can see, this has changed since last week. We have added the ears. Again, I'm sorry that I can't show you that, but that footage is lost to time. The ears come in 2 parts. They come in, 2 main parts, which is this kind of dull black plastic here, and it's attached there. And then you get these nice glossy painted parts which just push in. Some of them had they all had varying degrees of being loose or not. So what I've done, and I'm going to flip this around, and this is also going to look different from last week, I glued these parts in with these little pegs, which has caused discoloration in the plastic, but luckily you're not going to be able to see any of that plastic when it's all done, so that's fine. You also notice that really inside here is completely different as well. So to explain what I did, I took off the eye parts and I did paint them chrome. I did some tests with the chrome paint, and it does make them shine bright. So I painted the insides chrome. I then reattached everything in there, and I also put this electrical tape all around the lights and the bulbs, because I saw that there was quite a bit of light bleeding coming from this part in other videos and other photos I've seen, and I want to avoid that as much as possible. So some electrical tape around everything so that there's no light bleed. And what I actually did is I shined a torchlight through the eyes, and any parts where the light was coming in from that direction I kind of blocked off with tape to make sure that if there's no light going out in this way, there'll be no light going out that way and bleeding out. So that's what I've done for the head of the Mastodon. So that is the end of this video. I hope you enjoyed it. Next time we are going to be building more of the Mastodon. I hope you'll join me next week for more Mastodon head. So until then guys, take care. Bye bye. Go, go, Power Rangers!